Here is, yeah, that's the plug right there, completely smashed in. So we did have contact, and that is on cylinder 4. So we want to verify that didn't happen anywhere else. So yeah, part of the block here.
That's all parts.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's all your parts. You should see a piston right there. So let's put the mirror on and look at the head. I'm pretty sure the head's toast looking at this. There's no way around it. You just gotta curve it just right. That's all parts.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's all your parts. You should see a piston right there. A complete piston. See, you see down into the, I can go all the way down into the motor.
Yeah.
I'm down in the motor now. Like all that, yeah. There's pieces, there's a part of the, see the part of the piston?
Yes, I do. There's
part of the piston.
There it is.
This is what happens. Yeah. Damn it. That's part of the piston. I think that's part of the piston. Should be. I hope it ain't part of the engine block. It might be part of the engine block.
I think that's, see
no, that's the engine block.
That's block.
Dude, that's crazy. There's part of the engine. So let's put the mirror on and look at the head. I'm pretty sure the head's toast looking at this. There's no way around it. I mean, I can look at that all day long. Yeah, see, I'm going past there and see, you see all the, looks like the rod. It's hard to tell. Everything's so, there's a rod. That's a boat right there.
Yep.
That's a boat right there. That's the worst possible failure right there. All right, so let's get the mirror on and just take a gander at the head and see what we can see. I'm pretty sure, looking at that, I'm pretty sure I know what it looks like.
Yep.
See, now I'm looking in the mirror, so it's kind of hard to get down in the hole. There we go. See, once we get past a point, I will start looking at, it's hard to navigate that mirror because I'm just looking at cylinder wall right now. See, there's the threads. You see the threads?
Yep.
So now we're going the right direction, and this is where it gets hard to see. Yeah, no, we're not good.
Not good.
Not good. We need to take the intake off.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not seeing a valve where I want to see a valve. There should be a valve right there.
No, that's just, it's probably,
there's no valve. Yeah. So we need to pull the intake.
Okay.
Now.
I said that last night. It might be under the intake.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, my Lord. There's your wrist pin.
Wow.
Yeah, that's the wrist pin.
You know, there's the hole, and there's... So what we seen earlier was pieces of the block in there. Yeah, like we thought it was. We thought it was maybe piston at first, and I started seeing the cross hatching, and I was like, no, that's the block. There's the end of the direct port the injector. See right there? That's the end of that. Actually, the intake valves are... You got a flashlight?
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Both valves are in there.
Yeah, both valves are in there. I see that. I need to look again, see if I can find. See what
that doesn't mean both exhaust valves are in there, though.
Exactly. That's my main thing. Is because when I was down in there, I don't know if I was on intake. When I was looking at the valve, trying to find it, I don't know if it was turned for intake or exhaust, because it's hard to tell when you throw the bore scope down in there.
This is what came through the block, the wrist pin.
Yes.
Nasty. Every time I see engines go like this, it's always like, almost like intriguing how much power and like, you know what I mean?
We're going to try to go back in, since the intake valves I know are in one piece. I'm going to try to go back in and see if I can see them, and then rotate around to the exhaust valves. I couldn't see nothing earlier, and it could have just been the way the camera was sitting. Okay, so that's right. There's the head. Right, there's one valve. I do see a valve now. I don't see how that much carnage was up in the piston without hurting the head. I see no way around it, but until we pull the head, we won't know 100.
Exactly, yeah.
We can see like bits and pieces, but I do see the intake valves are... They're closed, so they're not missing, so that's a positive. But when you got that much carnage inside of the head, you don't know what is hit. You know, you can see a picture with this, but you can't see like 100 until you pull the head off.
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
So the main thing now, let's pull the turbo and see if the turbo's hurt. It's one of the big things. We want to make sure the turbo's not hurt. Turbo's not hurt, then we just start the process of pulling the head, get the head off.
Okay, so we got the turbo off. 13. All looks good so far from the back. Turbine there, but we're going to take it apart. Take a look. Head coolant. It had coolant, so that's a good thing. This is an oilless turbo. If we had lost coolant, bad. No metal flakes.
It looks good.
That's the only spot I'm worried about.
Yeah.
But the turbo spins freely. Everything feels good.
Yeah, just that one little tiny nick, but
Yeah, that's not a worry.
there's no metal shavings.
No.
Yeah, as long as any kind of nicks or anything don't come in contact with the wall of the
No,
turbine housing.
no metal
it's fine.
shavings. Turbine housing.
Yeah, rubber fingers up in there.
Just wipe it down.
Yeah, as long as that doesn't nothing
Some light.
contacts that, you're fine.
Yeah.
I don't see anything where anything come through and cause any trouble.
Nope, I don't see anything. No metal
I don't see
shavings.
no metal- hold
no
on.
scoring. Yeah, make sure of that.
I think it spit everything out the other side, man. Spit everything out in the valley side. What's that? One little tiny piece?
Yeah.
A teeny bit.
But, I mean,
Yeah,
This-
like I said, worst case, clean it out.
Yeah, it is a nice turbo. So here's the, that's completely untouched.
it's good.
That looks really good. Spins.
Everything spins freely. We still had coolant. We still had coolant going through the turbo, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
Looks
So,
good.
yeah. So we marked it, so we got it back clocked correctly. Okay, a little relief out of this mess here. But I can't believe that, man. Yeah, it just.
We really gotta get that name on the back. I don't know if I can get in there. Well, I mean, it's a block sitting here. I've only got that hole to go through. And if the piston.
Well, that's got to be a hole in the side of the cylinder, no?
Mm,
Oh,
but
but do you
this-
think the piston's still there? Blocking you?
So yeah, part of the block here.
Now you got access to everything.
Yeah.
Ah, yep.
Yep. You take that off, you got access to everything. So now you're not fighting for room.
Yeah, we can just pull this valve cover off. We're gonna check out what's on top, and then we're gonna look at every single cylinder, bore scope, plugs, and this one was smashed in.
Smash that plug?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a sign that
that's
it
one.
did contact the head.
That's what I'm saying. Well, yeah.
But it
There is, yeah, that's the plug right there, completely smashed in. So we did have contact, and that is on cylinder 4. So we want to verify that didn't happen anywhere else.
I think another piece.
Yeah.
feels like it on the bottom there.
Gasket is free.
There it
There it
goes.
goes. Yep. Okay.
How is that shit hanging?
It's just
Oh,
the
the heat.
fray from the heat.
Yeah.
Heat shit.
So
Yeah, I see some garbage down there.
do you?
And down in the cylinder,
Yeah.
down in the hole.
Yeah,
I
not on
don't
the
see.
head.
I don't see nothing up here.
Lost any rockers or.
No.
No followers are bumped.
No.
Well, that's a good sign because a lot of times whenever the
See any
piston
scars on the
hits,
cams or anything?
the
Yeah.
piston hits the valves.
Exactly.
It knocks up, breaks,
Yeah.
pushes that out. Follower comes loose, and you get a lot of stuff up. Everything up here is still intact. It looks like.
Mm-hmm. So
So-
still, it's good. Guys watching, we're trying to make sure that this head, we're trying to verify if the head is garbage or not. So we need to get the head off. But this is step 1, and we're going to continue on. So we got to take all of this stuff apart, and we're also going to check everything. So this motor's toast anyway, the block is. So, but if we can salvage the heads, if they're salvageable. No, yeah, the injectors are staying. So yeah, cylinder
injectors
4.
Right now.
The other plugs are fine. They were got 22 or 93 gas.
I don't see. So far, we haven't bore
Yeah,
scoped it.
we're about to, but yeah, cylinder 4 is the
problem child.
problem child right here, the mystery.
Cylinder 4 is our issue right now. Looks to be the only, so far, the only issue.
Okie dokie, smoky.
Oh boy.
All right, our passenger side head. That was work.
Yes, it was.
So
See, there's a direct nitrous nipple. It wouldn't hurt. Nitrous.
nitrous, yeah.
Steve, out. Can you get that out of my finger?
Not coming. So, all right, hang on. Let me get a.
We'll start that over again.
Yeah, it's fine.
Take.
But we got it with the exhaust manifold there, so
There's
no
the-
damage.
There's
But
the injector.
this is where the plug would have been
Red
coming
fluid
out.
injector. That's the spark plug where it came out. See, the spark plug comes out a little further than the valves.
Yeah, and it would
The
have
valves-
contact. So
The valves have a little nicks. My main concern now is anything that got in between the valve
Uh-huh.
and the head and got up in the seat.
Okay.
is one of my main concerns right now.
Yeah.
As far as the valves themselves, I mean, they're fine. I don't really see nothing major wrong with them. They've had some stuff flying around, but it's nothing major. My main concern right now, like I said, is make sure the valves are actually seating and nothing got in there.
Yeah, the rest of them look pretty good. It's just cylinder 4 right there, so.
We've already looked in the intake. The intake side looks fine, clear.
Mm-hmm.
Let's pull this header off.
Okay.
And let's make sure that let me pick this back up. Yeah. Yeah. There's the rod.
Yep. There she is.
Yeah.
Okie dokie. So I pulled the driver head. This is what we got. So coolant and all that stuff inside. The pistons, you see all this scoring right there? There you go. Hopefully you can pick this up on camera. There's some metal shavings in here on that one, but that one's overall looking pretty good. But anyway, so a little bit of signs of detonation there on those. Sorry for the sunlight there, but yeah, that's it. So that turbo on this side was good. The other one was good too. Had a little moisture on it, but the fins, everything was fine. We took it both apart. They're fine. This head looks like it was salvageable. Now let's look at this one. As we look here, so we look at this cylinder, you can see similar marks to cylinder 4. A little bit of scoring on the valves. I left the plugs intact on this one, so they're still in there. Just a look-see at them. None of the heads are smashed down, which is a good sign. A little bit of marks on this one too. This one looks pretty good. And then you have a little bit of stuff over here. But overall, just visually looking at it, I would say that this head is salvageable as well. So that is a very, very good thing. So at this point, I still want to put this thing in the dark and shine a flashlight down through the exhaust ports here, and the same on the intake, and see if any light's going through, kind of like we did on the other side. So that'll be my task for tonight, and then I will know 100% for sure. But of course, we're gonna take it to a machine shop. So it looks like at this point we just need a short block. This is truly a hard lesson learned, guys, that you need to double check, triple check, quadruple check all of your work. You know, we did that, but we were rushing things. You know, we're human, we make mistakes, we move, you know, life goes on, and we live and learn. This is a hard lesson learned, guys, but you know what, I could not show this on the internet and just act like everything is hunky-dory, or I could be honest, which is, I guess, probably a rare thing these days. Everybody wants to hide the truth, and at least, you know, you can make fun of me if you want to, but at least I'm putting forth the effort to be as honest as possible. So looks like all we need is a short block, just in time too, because here soon BMR is actually sending me out the first BMR K member for these guys. I'm going to be the first one to receive one. I've already got the tracking number on it. It's going to be super sweet. So we're going to drop this thing out of the bottom of the car and then go from there and rebuild it. Still need to figure out what we're going to do as far as rebuild. Visually looking at everything, going into salvage mode was our first step. Man, I'm so happy that it didn't end up worse than it was. But remember, so we have a giant hole right there in the intake valley, and the oil pan is also full of metal. But primary thing with the heads, if the heads were good, that's a lot less money that we have to spend, and it's just gonna be a short block. So gotta shop around, see if we're gonna build a short block or what we're gonna do. Maybe just, you know, pistons. We're gonna definitely do like ARP head studs, might as well, since everything is apart. But this is pretty much it, guys. It's yeah, unfortunately broken again, but you know what? By the time this thing, I tell you what, this mistake will never happen again. I have been modding cars for well over 10 years on my own, in my own garage. I probably fit closer to 15, 16 years, honestly. And I've done big stuff like this too before, but I've never, ever, ever made this mistake. And I don't want to point fingers. I don't want to do any of that. I just want to say that, you know, it's my car. I own it. I own the mistake. Make fun of me if you want to. But remember, those that mod their cars that actually race them and do their own stuff, kind of like I do on this channel, any of those guys ever say that they've never, ever messed something up accidentally, they're lying to you. Just remember that. Nobody is perfect. Stay tuned to the channel for updates on how we're going to put this guy back together and what direction we're going to do. And then we're going to get the turbos back on. We are going to chase low 9s and then possibly high 8s in this car. Get ready. You know, this was bound to happen at some point. We were going to have to do an engine at some point. I just didn't think it would be now. We're going to be positive, and this may actually be a good thing that's happening now, so we can just go crazy in the springtime whenever it rolls around. So we're going to be building through the winter, and that'll be it. But guys, thank you for watching. Have a nice day. Please be safe. Double check all your work. Learn from my mistakes. I could have edited all of these videos in such a manner that you would have never seen the truth. But remember that I chose to show you all of my mistakes. So hopefully one of you guys out there will learn from it. Until next time, I'll see you later.